Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Trophy Room Live. This is our little pre-game before the real show. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody in the chat that's come out early. I know we're doing the show really early. That's because tomorrow morning, Kyle and I are waking up at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
race to Penn Station.
Must
New
be
York City.
nice for you.
How early are you waking up?
So the train station is 45 minutes from my house.
Okay. Oh, fuck.
So I I have to get on a 5:15 train.
Oh.
So I have to wake up by at least 3:30.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then drive I get there way early just so I don't miss the train, because if I miss this train, then oh boy, everything's gone.
Is it really?
I chose not to get a refund on Amtrak tickets because that costs more, like the insurance thing. Yeah. So if I were to happen to miss our Amtrak train, I will not be compensated or be able to change it to a later train.
Fair. I did something similar.
So I don't have funds to buy a whole nother train ticket. So, you know.
Yeah, this we're really listen.
Yeah.
This month we're strapped for cash. Patreon.com.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. It's been rough out there in the streets. But I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see you. I'm excited to hang with you for 7.5 goddamn hours.
Not just that,
on this train.
5 days. 4 days? 1, 2, 3. Yeah,
guess,
4 or 5 days. Yeah.
Yeah. Gonna get a tattoo on Friday.
Maybe, possibly.
Lovely people.
Oh, who knows?
Well, it's already a thing. The first goal has been shattered.
Oh, we hit the first goal.
$100.
Sweet.
It was only $100. I said 500, but you know what? That's fine. They're just like, this is really lowballing. But you real talk, guys. If we beat I'm saying this for the record, okay? If we reach $2,000, I might just get a second tattoo.
Oh boy.
I might just get a second one.
I would love another tattoo. I just can't pay for it.
Yeah, and I'll put because I'm thinking. I'm already thinking, Kyle, do I put it here or do I put it here? And you go, Joe, what's it going to be? I think it would be the hunter's mark. The first one's going to be super meaningful. Yeah. Because it's my recipes to the goat, Marty. Mm-hmm. That's going to be his paw print on my calf. Right? And it's legit his paw print. It's imprinted here. It's bam, she's gonna copy. It's gonna be 1-to-1, just like Papa wants, and that one's gonna be really special. Then the next one, I'm like, what do you think? I'm like, should I do a game sleeve? Should I start tricking this out? Should I start being real cool?
Yeah, just don't steal my idea. That's all. That's all.
What with the
symbols?
The symbols. All right.
But I don't want just the traditional PlayStation symbols.
Yeah.
I want it for the X is actually the Blades of Chaos crossed together. Ooh. And then each symbol is different PlayStation icons or stuff that represent the.
That's my third tattoo. That's crazy.
How dare you? Study in chat. You can buy a ticket once I'm on the train for the Long Island Railroad, which I'm fine. I already have those tickets. But Amtrak is like a plane ticket. You can't just hop on the train and they have to scan you before you even hop on.
Thanks a lot, Obama.
Yeah.
That's probably his fault. I'm also getting one more link out here. Then I'll be truly ready.
Which screw the Long Island Railroad real quick. I checked 5 days ago.
Yeah.
5 days ago for what kind of ticket do I need to buy? Do I need to buy an off-peak, which is cheaper, or do I need to buy peak, which is way crazy expensive?
Yeah.
So I bought off-peak because 5 days ago it said that the train was scheduled to be an off-peak train. I check again just to make sure times don't, move around. Yesterday, and they changed it to a peak train. So now I have to buy a full other peak train ticket.
Really?
Yeah. Well, and I have to do it because I don't have cash, so I can't upgrade it on the train. So I just have to buy a whole new ticket. So it goes from it went from $11 off peak to $22 peak.
Jesus.
It's insane.
And listen, Bertos Maximus writes in, Kyle, have you had a haircut?
I've had them all cut.
Nice.
Yes, I did. Beards trimmed too. Day after, I looked in the mirror in the morning, like, who's that person? It was a long time. It was a long time.
You're looking good.
Thanks, bud.
You're looking good. You know, it was kind of like you were Tony Stark in the cave, and now this is like first press conference. Yeah. Why did he bring out Burger King? Nice, clean shaved boy.
I don't have like mustache hairs like going into my mouth when I talk or drink or anything. It's great.
That being said, I put links to our Extra Life in there. We are teamed up with 6-1 Indie. They graciously let me tag along. Thank you all so much. We are donating for some kids in need. So make sure you go out there, throw a buck their way. It's really going to help them out. And then also, we have a new shirt. By the way, guys,
which we'll get into in the main show too. This is just extra pre-show.
Yeah, this is pre-show. This is advertisement.
Yeah,
it's a banger shirt. Now, you say, Joe, well, what? Why would you? That's a foul word. Listen, if we sell 20 of these, I'll unban the word. All right, I'll unban it. And
legit, when Joe says that, it's not just, it's a banger of a shirt. No, it's a banger shirt. That's what it says on there.
Yeah.
In the Barbie font. It's beautiful.
In the Barbie font. Yeah. Burke Andy writes, here's to the paw print tap, my guy. Follow your ex posts was an emotional journey. Oh, thank you so much, Andy.
That's awesome, Andy.
Thank you. Yeah, that means a lot. Yeah, it's been a real talk, and then we'll really start the show. Been a very emotional last few months. And, there's an announcement. That's all I could say. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna make you feel nice. All right, Kyle. I'm ready to start the show. Did you write an intro for me, by the way?
Yeah, it's a hasty one, but it works.
All right, fair enough. Then let's rip this Band-Aid off. Let's talk about some news.
All right, see you soon, chat.
Oh, wait, no longer greatness has arrived. Welcome to episode 349 of The Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players. I'm your host, Joseph, a.k.a. Mr. Badbit, and it is here where me and my best friend Kyle talk about the latest, the greatest in all things PlayStation. Of course, this week, we are talking about the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer is coming very soon with the tweet that broke the internet. The Tweety Bird has left the nest on PlayStation and PlayStation 5. WB Games going all live service and so much more as we do it live each and every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on youtube.com/PS Trophy Room and on podcast services around the world on Thursday. So with all that said, with all that out of the way, the greatest co-host, whoever will be, Mr. Kyle Stevenson. How are you, sir?
A good afternoon to you and everyone in chat. Thanks for coming out early. If you're watching the live show, audio listeners, you missed out. I don't know.
Yeah. It's nice here. It's nice. So we're recording a little bit early this week because we have Extra Life. Link down in the description to help some kids in need. Mm-hmm. And we're going all the way down to North Carolina.
To Raleigh.
To Raleigh, North Carolina, with our good friends over at 6-1 Indie as we stream live Saturday starting noon EST time. Or if you're going to be like a dick about it, EDT time.
Yeah.
Make sure you check us out. We're really excited to stream for some kids. And I loved like our conversation before, we even started streaming, which was just like, hey, what's our game plan? I love to have a game plan. And y'all were just like, we're just going to have fun. We're going to just see how it goes.
Yeah.
I love that energy.
I'm sorry for laughing.
You almost broke me.
Because you said, I'm going to try to, you said, screw you if you use ED time.
Yeah.
But in my head, you said ED time instead of EDT. So immediately I'm thinking, erectile dysfunction time.
Hot damn, Kyle, you really did just get off of work, didn't you?
Like literally 5-10 minutes ago.
I love this, Kyle. So yeah, make sure you join us on Saturday, and this is kind of like our pregame show. So please, any donation really does help. Extra Life, link in the description down below. And if you donate $25 or more, you get entered to win a Spider-Man PlayStation 5 console. Okay, we really, really want to help these kids out, and honestly, any donation is appreciated. But that $25 one could really go a long way, and I can't wait to get this big Amazon box out of my house.
It's
ASAP.
It's also not just a singular $25 donation. Any amount of $25, multiple, it will get you an additional entry to win the PS5. We also have a ton of really awesome game codes provided to us by our friends at Pop Agenda and Ubisoft.
Yep.
Some really great titles.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. A Just Dance.
A Just Dance, if you want to.
Uh-huh. A Venba.
Venba, which was absolutely phenomenal.
Beautiful.
And also a digital copy of Spider-Man on the PlayStation 5. So honestly, there's so many things to win. So it's not just like, hey, we're doing good. You're also getting some stuff in return,
Speaking of stuff, also in the description, we have a new shirt. Yes. It's a banger, and I don't mean that metaphorically. I mean seriously. It says it's a banger in Barbie font with some really awesome shirt colors. All the profits that come from that shirt for the month of November will go immediately straight into the Extra Life campaign. So grab it and
Hey, listen. Give to a great cause and look good doing it is what I say. And honestly, when I thought of that idea, I was like, this isn't original, but I need this shirt. And I pre-ordered it. Jeez, I bought it day one.
Sweet.
So I was just like, it's too good. It's too good.
Really quickly, Kyle, Joe, Study in chat saying there's no link on YouTube. In the video description, I guess.
Oh well, it's in the chat.
It's in the chat. So if you're watching live or on a replay, the links are in chat. But afterwards, we'll make sure it's in the description for you.
Yeah, we got you. That said, Kyle, I want to know your thoughts on this. Okay, starter question for the show. And it's kind of PlayStation related.
Oh,
sort of.
Hold on, really quickly. Next Saturday, the 18th, is our By the Players community game show, the first one ever, Spider-Man 2. So if you want in on that, there is a link to the sign-up form somewhere around here. I'll make sure it's...
Join the Discord. Ask Marcus O'Neill. He's going to help you out. Thank you.
Or Drellish. Thank you for mentioning. Either or.
Yeah. All right, Kyle. Now, this is the PlayStation sort of question. I just thought it was weird. It's like the circle of life, Nintendo and Sony are making a live-action Zelda movie. And yes, those are real words I just used. Kyle, what are your thoughts on this live-action Zelda movie? Insert a Tom Holland joke here.
So, I saw it's a thing.
Yeah.
Did not realize that Sony are also helping make it?
Yep, they're helping fund it. They're helping producing it.
Did not know that. That's kind of cool.
But it is like the Morbius, for what I understand, it's the Morbius producer.
Oh.
But it's like, but real talk, it's like, so what? Like, there was like, what, the After Earth with Will Smith writer, right? He goes off and writes one of the best Star Wars.
Oh, yeah,
so
Gary Whitta.
Yeah, so like, I don't really necessarily think
no, that's fair. And I feel like producers most of the time are just bankrolling it anyway.
Yeah.
And like trying to get their ideas in there. If we can get a Morbin Time equivalent of Zelda, I'm kind of in. You know what? It is what it is. I think I think most people would have probably preferred, me included, an animated Zelda.
Same.
I guess it just all again, I'm not a big Zelda guy to begin with, but it depends of like what kind of Zelda are we talking here? Are we talking Breath of the Wild Zelda? Are we talking N64 era Zelda? Like what are we doing?
Like, is this a Majora's Mask where it's like maybe it's like kind of like a horror thriller?
And is it the plot of the game just on the screen, or is it a whole new thing, kind of like the Uncharted movie where they just took all the games and kind of mushed them all together and here you go?
It's a good question. So for me, I am a pretty big Zelda fan. Like, my first Zelda is Ocarina of Time. My favorite Zelda would be like a tie between Ocarina and Majora's Mask. I've played most of them afterwards, so like Twilight Princess I played but didn't beat, and Skyward Sword, there's no way my dumb fat ass is gonna be waving a Wiimote around. So like, for the most part, I really enjoy Zelda. It's actually probably the first like game after like Mario that it was like my personality, right? Like that was Ocarina, definitely Majora's Mask. So for me, I would have preferred an animated joint. I really would have. But at the same exact time, I feel like if you're Nintendo, you're looking at what Zelda's did great. And it's Breath of the Wild. It is Tears of the Kingdom. So I don't think you're gonna get a one for one like retelling of Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. I think whatever aesthetic that they're going for is going to take after that art style more than the rest of them, if that makes any sense, right? Also, I do like the director of this. I forget their name off the top of my head, but they shared like their love of Zelda like 10 plus years prior.
Oh,
so I
beautiful.
just love I love seeing people like get their wins of like, I would love to direct a Zelda movie. Then like 10 years later, it actually comes and it happens. That's great to see. So I have high hopes, man. It's just my one question for it is, how are you going to translate Link talking?
I believe the director Wes Ball, I think is his name.
Thank you. Yeah. So like to me, I'm really interested how they make that work, dialogue with Link and with the other characters work, because just like Mario, which I mean they made that work, but the Zelda fan base, they're much more like adamant of like Link does not talk. He never talks and he should never talk.
Which is strange.
Yeah. It's very, like they're very torn on it from what I've seen online.
Yeah.
That said, I want to know, you get to choose your Link, okay? Who would you like to play Link?
Who would I want to play Link?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to take the low-hanging fruit of a joke, so it's not happening.
Fair enough.
Finn Wolfhard.
Ooh.
Just off the top of my head, because I saw the Ghostbusters trailer earlier. I was like, you know what, maybe.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna say, then this is what I kind of thought. It makes sense, and I think he's a great actor. But the Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, I saw that going around.
Oh, that's been around?
Yeah, it's been around.
Oh, look at me. Yeah, he's a great actor. I think he could nail it. I think he also gets he has the vibe of Link.
Sure.
Yeah, they're both twinks. So
I do agree with Bertos in chat though. It needs to be somebody young.
Yeah.
You can't have a Tobey Maguire trying to be a teenage Peter Parker in a Zelda movie.
And I honest to goodness, like Tom Holland did do a great job. I don't want to bring him up. like he's an actual choice of like he was pretty darn young when he took the role as Peter Parker in Civil War. So like I would love someone that could grow into it, you know? Yeah.
I think more importantly, even this is weird to say, but outside of Link, I think they need to get the Zelda casting down as well. Because you got to imagine whatever way they're going to tackle Link talking, you need to have somebody that is good to help that communication happen, right? It's got to be a lot of Zelda and Link on screen.
Oh my goodness, I gotta just wait. Because there is an actress that comes to my head immediately.
Same.
You know what? Let's do it on the count of three.
It's not gonna be the same, but all right, I'm ready.
It's not gonna be the same, but ready? 3, 2, 1.
Saoirse Ronan.
Oh, okay. I actually know who that actor is.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. I like Mia Goth. She's in a whole bunch of amazing like horror movies, and I would like her to have like one big, like high budget, movie to be attached to. Yeah. Because she's a fantastic actress.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle. That's all for our starter question. Let's finally get into the news. But before we do that, it's time for a Patreon pitch. Of course, the reason why we look so good, we sound so great, is because of your generosity over at patreon.com/@ PS Trophy Room. I want to thank our newest member, Flim Flam 134 at the bronze tier. I want to thank our premium producers, Todd Burwitz and Toxic. I want to thank our platinum members, Jay Shea, Jedi Master Ren, Cowboy Danger D, Jonas Young, The Green Gorilla Gamer, Chaotic Monkey, Millennial Falcon Gaming, Ryuko Kill 90, Steven Flesh, Strubles and Bits, Bertos Maximos, Chris, Hybrid 748, Matt Valdez, Chris the Wizard, Solo, Liam Russ, Sil Cannon, Decimine, Jadis Von Metal, which, shout out to Jadis, he gave me the most beautiful portrait of Marty that made me cry for 15 minutes. You, sir, are a gosh dang gem. We have it framed right now. Thank you so much for your incredible kindness. It is the most beautiful thing anyone's ever done for me. Thank you, sir. Mitchell Gramlin, Liam Russ, and Jonas Young. I want to thank our gold members, Cypher Primus, Doth, Simon the Pie Man, Jesse Garcia, JB the Purple Monkey, Hayden Doyce, Katie, Kevin Mitchell, Kevin Diaz, Marcus O'Neill, Red Arrow, Aegis Hermit, Andrew Zor, Astronaut Jr., not to be mistaken with Astronaut Senior, The Winter Gamer, Robbie Bobby Miller himself, Brenton Zachary, Brenty Bob, Bubble Boy N7, Captain Logan, Final Fan XZ, Hambone, JD Dillinger, M9 Prime, Stone Cold E.T., Tino Six Speed, N Johnson, Sean McKenzie, Rick Arrington, Spam and Bammy, Matthew King, Duh Overlord, Dewane Raksha, Rick Davis, Black Mavericks, and Lord Commander Suddy himself. Thank you all so much for your amazing generosity. And I'll just say this. If you donate this week, $5 or above, you get an extra shout out at the end of next week's show. How about that?
Well, speaking of, since we're doing it live, shout out to Sil Cannon for the $30 donation to Extra Life, as well as Lord Commander Suddy himself, who donated $100. Appreciate that. As well as when we weren't streaming, Marcus O'Neill, $60. So appreciate y'all.
Dang, thank you all.
We're already at $200. That's crazy.
Look at that. Look at, we haven't even started yet. You know.
Nope.
Let's keep the gravy train running for those big, beautiful kids. And now it is time, Kyle, to square up the news.
First bit of news that needs to be squared up is from Anthony Nash over at PS Lifestyle. PlayStation Twitter /X support for PS4, PS5 ending soon. Sony has announced that it will officially be ending its integration with X, the social media platform previously known as Twitter, on both the PS4 and PS5. The news came in a recent message on the PlayStation support site. In it, Sony confirms that beginning on November 13th, 2023, users will no longer be able to view or publish any content from the social media platform. Quote, as of November 13th, 2023, integration with X, formerly known as Twitter, or in some cases still Twitter, will no longer function on PS5 and PS4 consoles, Sony said in its statement. This includes the ability to view any content published on X on PS5, PS4, and the ability to post and view content, trophies, and other gameplay-related activities on X directly from PS5, PS4, or link an X account to do so, end quote. Sony didn't elaborate on why the move was being made. For those looking to share screenshots to the social media site, though, it seems as you'll have to rely on sending the screen captures to the PlayStation app or taking it off the console via USB drive as of now.
Matthew Kennedy writes in, just like you can too, over at our Trophy Room Discord server. He writes, hey guys, hope all is well. My question is about the loss of Twitter integration into PlayStation software. I'm sure we've all seen the prices being charged, but us as consumers who seem to always be paying more on our end, shouldn't we expect major corporations like Sony to do more for us, even something as simple as keeping Twitter integrated on our PlayStation 5? Maybe it's not as of a big deal as I'm making it out to be, but I often see the hashtag at PS5 share on my timeline, and I find myself enjoy the ease of sharing right from my console. I'm just trying to look at this from a critical lens. Look forward to hearing your thoughts. Kyle, why Elon must do a big bad thing?
A big bad meaty. He scared the body away. Oh no. Oh no, Elon, what'd you do?
Come on, man. Just keep selling those cars. Why you gotta talk? Kyle.
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on all this? You said I was overreacting because I was just like, man, Elon's really screwed the pooch as of this last year.
I'm not saying that's an overreaction. I agree with you that Elon is terrible and doesn't know what he's doing.
At the social media thing. He knows how to sell a car. He knows how to sell
Sure. Yeah. He literally just bought Twitter just so he could have baked in friends. Do you realize like he made it so like you're automatically following him on the site?
Really?
I didn't follow him, but apparently, like, I see his tweets all the time.
MySpace,
yeah,
right.
He like pushes it so you see his tweets, even when they're not like social platform specific. They're just his dumb joke things. Like, leave me alone. I don't want to see this. Go away.
Like booger farts. Why do I need to read that, Elon?
No, but in this case, I think with the PlayStation integration, I do think it's a little bit of an overreaction from a lot of people, just because of how easy it is to grab things from the PlayStation app. And I don't know about you, I'm sick and tired of trying to type tweets out with my DualSense. So it's way easier to grab it on the phone. If you have never tried it out, if you download the official PlayStation app and you go into like your library where it shows all your games, at the top it'll have a little captures little tab that you click, and it has automatically every single thing that you've ever clicked the share button for, took a picture of anything, clips. It'll be there in that folder, minus I don't think trophy stuff, but I think maybe
trophy stuff.
Maybe there's an option to include that. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on it.
And it's for like the last 2 weeks of your captures. Yeah. Which, honest to goodness, it's like if you're gonna share something from a month ago, it probably wasn't worth sharing.
And right? When you have that in the app, you could just download it straight to the phone, and you'll have it longer than 2 weeks. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. It is nice. I do enjoy seeing people share things, but I on the other hand, Matthew Kennedy, don't often see the hashtag PS5 share.
Oh, really?
I don't. Because even when I used to do it before the app allowed you to do it, I would delete that from my tweet.
Oh, wow.
I just, goodbye.
So it's like how my dumb SEO brain works. I'm like, I'm going to probably put this here. So it's like first on a list somewhere. Right. So that's why I usually do it. But I'm like you. So first off, I think this move it hurts. I think it hurts the share button, and it hurts Twitter, obviously, because a lot of the game space is on Twitter at the moment. I said something at the end of that tweet. It's like Twitter's going the ways of N4G. I do believe that. I think there's going to be another platform that people go and be toxic on about video games, but it's probably going to be like akin to a Threads if they get that together, or like Instagram or whatever have you. Friendster comes back. There'll be a new place where gamers go and
give me MySpace. I need a top 8 again.
Yeah, let's do it. You know, like maybe Blue Sky actually is a Blue Sky somewhere and we're using it. And to me, I just don't like that something's being taken away and not added in its place. Like, I actually think Instagram would be a great place to share your shares, right? And like, if there was just a way to make it so that like it fits that Instagram, 1 by 1, photo setting, I think that could be a great place for people to share their things, because Twitter is a very it's very word centric, right? Where you sharing your gameplay clip actually works better on an Instagram platform where it's much more visual in the terms of like your pictures, videos, what is it called, your reels, right? So like
Instagram, you're scrolling through to see people do things and see people instead of reading about what they have to say on a topic. Granted, there are descriptions that are tied to those, but if Instagram was the option, like if they pivot and include that as the integration, I would actually use Instagram. I don't use it ever.
It's just my meme dispensary, and for me to, let's be honest, like hot goth girls dancing, that's all that's all I'm using this thing for. Yeah. I'm a hot-blooded male, okay? Don't judge me.
My TikTok feeds are, wild.
dangerous.
Single male TikTok for you pages right now.
Yeah, exactly. They're advertising hot moms in my area for a reason. So that being said, I think this damages, Instagram, Jesus, Twitter, because it's like less people are going to gravitate towards the site to share stuff. But it also hurts that share button because, dude, the share button's been pivotal to PlayStation's success. I'll say it. That's what I think at the very least.
Yeah.
You're sharing cool clips and people are looking at it going, I want to do that thing too. There's like a camaraderie. For example, the community lead over at Insomniacs is like, hey, look, we found the Insomniac store in Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Here's some hints. And the whole community gathered around to take pictures of them hanging around the Insomniac building. And it's awesome to see that it's still there. And it's awesome to revisit it and all that jazz. And people celebrate it. Without the share button, it's a little bit more lonely. So I think it hurts Twitter, but it also hurts that share button. Something has to take its place.
I see where you're coming at.
Yeah.
But that button still is useful for that captures thing on the app. Like it doesn't go away. Like there's no other way for you to take a picture in game other than pressing that button. And I was leaning over to look at the DualSenses because I forgot if it even says share anymore. It doesn't. It's got 3 little lines.
Yeah, it's like
yeah, it's like, oh, exciting.
Exactly. This will do. Yeah, so again, it's a bit of a bummer, but it's not the worst thing in the world. I think some of us are overacting a little bit, but I think where Matthew Kennedy's right is like, listen, we get it. Like for what we understand, the fees are ludicrous, even for like a trillion billion-dollar company that both like Sony and Microsoft are. It seems like the more popular of a brand you are, or the more money that Twitter thinks you have in your bank account, they're going to charge you more on. So like on a business level, it's just like it doesn't work, and we have alternatives to make it work.
Yeah.
And I do think like the PlayStation app is legitimately incredible. I love that app so much. And I think like taking apps as well, like first off, app wasn't perfect at day one, but I think it's better than most of their software launches at day one. But now it's such a breeze. There's no longer like a weird delay, at least on my end, from getting captures. It's pretty
within like seconds.
Instant.
I would say within like 20, 30 seconds they're up there.
Yeah. And I do the same, Kyle. I take my captures and I just like I edit them and I do my little thing through the phone. And then I add PlayStation 5 share, because I think you're also right. Dude, typing out a tweet on the PlayStation app.
And the fact, like, if I used to, whenever, I still do, but when I would platinum a game, I would want to tag the developers. And before this app had the capture thing, where you could just download it and do it natively on the Twitter app, trying to make sure that the I'm typing in is correct on my phone, doing it on the keyboard was a little tedious for me. Again, that's maybe just a me problem, but typing on that thing is not the best. And I don't ever see me getting one of those keyboard attachments for the DualSense. No, thank you.
Fair enough.
As Birdo says in chat too, can you not share it to Facebook? That went away a couple of years ago, right? At this point,
I think you're also right.
I think that was around PS5 launching.
Well, honestly, goodness, does anybody really use Facebook?
I don't anymore.
Yeah.
Really.
It's just for your racist uncle that's upset all the time. And maybe like to show off, look, we bought a house. I'm like, well, I'm not, so I'm gonna be a little depressed, But yeah. No, it is what it is. At the end of the day, I don't think this is the worst thing in the world. I do think they'll add that a button again once they find a platform that gamers are navigating towards. If everything ebbs and flows. First it was N4G. First it was the reset era forums. Then it was N4G. Then it's Twitter. It goes back and forth. People are gonna find their thing. So it is what it is. Yeah. Hey, Kyle, this is some news that I think you're going to absolutely love. It's breaking as of us going live, so there's no articles out, but there is a tweet from Shinobi on Twitter, so take it away.
I hate that you said I'm going to love this. Shinobi on Twitter tweeted out, WB Games doubles down on games as a service on Twitter. WB will focus on more live service games going forward. The tweet, quote, "Our focus is on transforming our biggest franchises from largely console and PC based with 3 to 4 year release schedules to include more always on gameplay through live services, multi-platform, and free to play extensions, with the goal to have more players spending more time on more platforms. Ultimately, we want to drive engagement and monetization of longer cycles and at higher levels. We have put specific capabilities. We have put specific capabilities. We are currently under scale and see significant opportunity to generate greater post-purchase revenue." End quote.
Ooh wee, Kyle. More gas games coming. WB. Kyle, does this mean that all the good Batman games have already come out? Shan't we never expect a good Batman game again? Are we but relegated to more Gotham Knights, Kyle?
I'm sad.
Are we not entitled to the sweat of our brow and a good billionaire who fights crime at night?
I mean, I realize... yeah, Suicide Squad, Rocksteady is already this, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Or did they back down from the games as a service moniker? I forget. Yeah.
No, they're changing up some of like the gameplay and mechanics that people weren't a fan of.
Yeah, I just remember like when they first came out that it was like a games as a service, and I thought they backed away from that term pretty early on.
Trying to find alternate ways to use.
Yeah.
But it's definitely that.
This is a bummer. Because this is the same going back to when we first found out that PlayStation was doing a bunch of live service games and whatnot. Mm-hmm. I have so little time to play the games that I want to play currently. So are all these games gonna need for me to be constantly glued in to like, here's the new things that are coming here to this game, and here's the season pass, and this is what you're gonna get, and there's a new raid, there's a new skin or whatever, and new season just dropped where you have to re-rank all over again for new. I'm already tired just thinking about that because I see it all the time. I can only handle MLB The Show's games as a service model. I can't add other things on top of it. I just can't. And what I want from WB Games, like, I want the story stuff. I want the Shadow of Mordor. I want the oh my god, Arkham. I want Rocksteady. I wonder how this goes with
the Wonder Woman game.
The Wonder Woman game or Mortal Kombat, right? With NetherRealm.
Yeah.
Like how does that affect all that?
So I think they're definitely doing that with like NetherRealm, with like the not battle pass.
Yeah,
I don't think they have one yet.
They have some microtransactions in there. Yeah.
So I think that's what they're kind of aiming for. Listen, we talked a lot about it. So similar last week with Abontis about games as service, and is PlayStation going back to the drawing board? And I was like, no, they're pulling back, but they're just reconfiguring to try it again. All these companies are, because like, again, games are super expensive to make, and though we're seeing record profits year in year out by all these companies, and it hurts me when we see like Ubisoft lay off people, right? And what is it, Embracer lay off people, right? There's also though the incredible risk. It's like, yes, we made a lot of money, but it also takes a ginormous amount of money to make these games, and if they fail, oh boy, we're in major trouble. So you do need some safety gaps, quote unquote, and that's what these companies believe that these games as service games are. So I'm not a huge fan of this, because I think what WB Games does the best is their single player stuff, but I'm not going to put the cart before the horse. I'm not going to judge it too hastily, because I'm the person that I saw the gameplay for what was it, the Suicide Squad, and I was just like, yeah, it looks cool. So it looks like a game I'm going to play. I just hope that these companies maybe need to put their their expectations in check of like what a live service game means and how long they should last, because no one's lasting that 10-year mark. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's rare exceptions to the rule, like a Call of Duty or Fortnite, not yet, but like there's some rare exceptions, Dota, but you don't see a whole lot of those in that market.
I do feel like they are doing it for the wrong reasons, specifically with some wording that's going on here. Like the quote, ultimately we want to drive engagement and monetization of longer cycles and at higher levels, to me just screams we're going to be throwing chinky microtransactions at you nonstop. Like little tiny things for you to buy to and enhance your games or whatever.
Can I play devil's advocate for you?
Yeah, go for it.
Because to me, I read that as, listen, games are taking longer to make.
Yeah.
And we need money in between these games.
Sure, I get
we
that.
need the funds too. And I think maybe, perhaps, again, devil's advocate, not saying I believe this in the slightest. They're kind of signaling like, yeah, no, we'd love to make all the single player games that you guys absolutely buy, but it's not fiscally, something has to give. It's either these games are going to be much lower in scope, and then we could fit that $70 budget. Or if it's going to take like that 5-year span, this is what it's going to have to be. My devil's advocate's not good. I don't believe in this devil. This devil
He's a bad devil. He needs to go back to devil school a little bit. Just because, he fucked up. He's the Van Wilder of devil school.
Yeah.
He's been around for a while. He doesn't get it. Because, like, to that point is, like, think of all the resources that they're going to put into this games as service game.
Yeah.
Instead of just using those resources to make a single player game.
Fair.
But again, I'm with you. We need to see what this is to begin with. I just hope that, like most people out there, they don't forget what their bread and butter is. I don't mind one here or there, but to like
our whole slate is
everything is going to have this kind of loop hook into it. Like, I think of like Assassin's Creed, why I dig what Mirage is to a certain certain point. Like, to not log into Valhalla and be hit with, oh, look at all these cool mounts. Here's all these cool skins and different weapons, and here's another season pass that is coming out way too far from the original release. Right. And it's too big, and at that point you're already sunk 300 hours in. Like, it's too much, I think, at sometimes.
Yeah. Again, I'm still championing. I think games need to have a smaller scope. I think games need to be really way more defined of what they are. I do think of games like Alan Wake, of like, this game knows exactly what it's trying to be. It's not trying to be anything more. It is what it is. It's honing in on that, where I feel like a lot of AAA games nowadays are like, here's this map, here's a whole bunch of objectives, please check these things off, and you're going to be here for, well, we hope 400 hours, right? So like, I just hope more developers and publishers kind of go back on, well, you know what, maybe 20-30 hours is a sweet spot, and that's what maybe people enjoy. Like, you could have a game that has those like check marks, like a Spider-Man you could beat in 30 hours, platinum it in 30 hours, and it's a good, not overwhelming experience. Whereas, like, again, I always go back to Valhalla. It's just like, this is way too much, and I'm overwhelmed. Yeah. You know?
And to Captain Logan in chat, you asking, did Mirage do well? Did people show up for it? I don't know. I just know.
Apparently it did.
Okay, I just know personally I appreciate what they did with this one more than way too big of a scope than what Assassin's Creed has or was becoming.
Yeah. Apparently Mirage is the best-selling next-gen Assassin's Creed
to date. Sweet.
But it's still, like, that's... I don't know how good of a barometer that is, because obviously there's more PS5s and Xbox Series out there. So
yeah, fair.
Yeah, that's something to consider. All right, Kyle, let's get hyped. I want to put on our nostalgia glasses for this one. This one is a doozy.
Oh boy,
take it away, Kyle. Take it away.
Jason Schreier over at Bloomberg writes, Rockstar plans to announce much anticipated Grand Theft Auto 6. Rockstar Games, a division of Take-Two Interactive Software Incorporated, plans to announce the next highly anticipated Grand Theft Auto game excuse me, as early as this week, according to people familiar with its plans. The company plans to then publish a trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6 next month to celebrate Rockstar's 25th anniversary, said the people, who asked to not be identified because they weren't authorized to speak publicly. A spokesperson for Rockstar didn't immediately respond to a request for comment sent after business hours. No video game has driven more fervor from fans and investors than Grand Theft Auto 6, which is expected to be one of the most significant entertainment releases of the decade. Its predecessor, Grand Theft Auto 5, has sold more than 185 million copies and is the second best selling video game of all time, behind Minecraft, which had the advantage of also being playable on phones. Rockstar has spent the last few years working to clean up its corporate culture and work-life balance after employees complained of burnout during the making of its last game, 2018's Red Dead Redemption 2. Last year, hackers released hours of early footage from Grand Theft Auto 6. Rockstar blamed a, quote, network intrusion and said it will properly introduce you to this next game when it's ready, end quote. 2 UK teens were convicted of the hack in a London criminal trial earlier this year. The game is set in a fictional version of Miami and features 2 protagonists, a man and a woman, Bloomberg News has reported. Take-Two is scheduled to report earnings on Wednesday. And in an update, they done did it. It's already the most liked gaming tweet of all time, with over 1 million likes and 75 million views in 5 hours. And that update pretty much is like, we'll show you in early December.
It's like the most like, yes, we're working on a game. We're going to show you more next month. Have a nice one.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like someone's aunt wrote that tweet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
it
is. Mm-hmm. It is the most generic thing ever. I want to put into context. This game has sold 190 million copies. Okay? 190 million, only behind the likes of like Tetris and Minecraft, and those things are on phones. It's on calculators.
Which is why I highlighted in the doc
yeah,
the most significant entertainment releases, not just game, just in all entertainment. Like, this is going to be one of the biggest thing ever. Yeah.
Yeah. And just to put it in context, this, again, GTA 5 launched in September 2023. And I just want to just...
Try that again.
Sorry, 2013.
There you go.
Sorry. The year of our Lord.
It's like, oh my God, 2 months ago? Wild.
2 months ago? What? A week ago?
Honestly, it probably launched somewhere 2 months ago on a different platform.
Right. Truthfully. And I mean, we joke, but it's been on PS3. It's been ported to PS4. It's been ported to PS5. And just to mention what was hot back in the day, Kyle. All right, let's teleport to 2013. Oh boy. Better times. Yeah. Better times. Ready for this?
Uh-huh.
Guess what movies came out that year?
2013.
Yeah.
Okay. Where was I in life?
Yeah, where were you in life? I just graduated high school. I started working at CVS.
Oh no.
I had a boss. His name was started with an A. We'll just call him Alvin, and Alvin was a bit of a and then I started working at GameStop shortly after, I believe.
Oh my God. So in 2013, I am 4 years out of college. Okay. Substitute teaching, starting doing that. Or I have been doing that for a few years now. Have a master's degree in literature education.
Oh, yes.
I think 2013 is also Last of Us PS3, right?
Yeah. Right.
So yeah, I'm
Yes. Let me check.
I know it's around then. Yeah. So yeah, that is also when I first started listening to podcasts and whatnot. So where I discovered Beyond, which brings me here. So it's yeah.
June 2013, The Last of Us.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So what a year.
That's nuts. That's nuts.
So movie-wise, I'm trying to... Was Iron Man out yet? No, so yes. Iron Man 2.
Here. Ready to feel old?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Man of Steel came out in 2013. Ready for this one?
Yeah.
Pacific Rim.
Oh, the first one.
Hunger Games Catching Fire came out. Kick-Ass 2.
Oh, wow.
A Good Day to Die Hard.
jeez. Okay.
Olympus Has Fallen.
Okay.
Everybody's favorite movie, 43.
Oh God.
That's right.
That's making the rounds on TikTok, by the way. I was like, oh, how did this movie get made?
It's awful. It's abysmal. The Wolf of Wall Street came out this year.
Oh my God, really?
Yep.
Why did I think that was much later than 2013?
Kyle, hold on to something here. The Purge, the first one. 2013.
Now we're like pretty close to living that in real life.
I know. Anchorman 2, remember that?
I do remember that.
The Millers. Ooh, okay. So out of movies, let's go into songs.
Oh,
what was some of the hot songs in 2013?
You're asking the wrong person. Is Sean Kingston on there? Fire Burning on the dance floor? Oh, whoa.
I hate that guy so much. No, it's listen, it's Daft Punk. Gotta Get Lucky.
Oh, 2013. Wow. Okay.
Yep. Royals by
Lord.
Lord. Drake, Hold On, We're Going Home. Everybody loves Drake.
I don't know that song at all.
Neither do I. He's really stood the test of time.
Yeah.
You know? And let's see. Counting Stars by One Republic.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
I know that one.
Yeah. There you go. Those are some of the top songs. Damn. It's been a minute, man.
It's been
Ariana Grande debuted there. The Way.
Jeez.
2013. Applause. Lady Gaga. 2013. Let me tell you something.
I do enjoy seeing the tweets today of like where you were when Grand Theft Auto 5 first released to today. Like, wow, everyone has aged so much.
Right? I'm like, we are
not in a bad way either.
There.
It's just like,
oh no, I'm saying it in a bad way. It's been some of us
wild,
been rough. All right, listen. Bertos Maximus writes in. He goes, "Hey guys, my question relates to the big reveal. Is this reveal, in your opinion, going to hit as hard as it should? What with the leaks and all, the fake trailers flying around, it just doesn't seem like it has the same oomph for me. What do you think? Also, are you excited for this? I'm excited for the main game, but that's about it so far for me. The trailer is going to have some real power behind it and really be something special. As always, thank you all for your great content and stay safe. Have fun this weekend. And Kyle, House Slanger will always be superior." House Slanger.
Once again, Bertos, how dare you?
So, Kyle, where is your hype for GTA 6? Because it was a moment in time for me. I want to know, where was it for you?
Yeah, I've bought it multiple times. GTA 5. I'm like, one of those 90 million. Yeah, exactly. I definitely played way too much of the first person mode when it was on PS4. Remember how big that was?
Oh yeah,
where they updated it and you played in first person, and it was like, that's wild.
How about the big thing on PlayStation 4? It's like when the cops are after you, you hear like sirens in your controller and the lights glow.
Yeah, I know. Wild. Yeah. I'm moderately hyped. I don't like. I'm gonna get it day one. I know I'm gonna play it. It's just, I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just getting too old for GTA, which is a dumb thing to say out loud.
No, I feel okay. So I'm kind of on I'm on a 7 right now. I haven't seen anything. I just know some of the leak, and I'm just like, okay, this is a game I'm gonna probably get because it's Grand Theft Auto, and there is a lineage with it for me.
Yeah,
but at the same exact time, it's not my most anticipated game for next year.
No.
Yeah, I'm still I'm playing Alan Wake 2, and this is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm not even thinking about next year. Yeah. So it's still too far away for me to get excited. But the trailer, all it's got to do is just evoke those emotions of what Grand Theft Auto is, and that's what's gonna get me excited. Because my skepticism comes in from what is it, Dan Houser leaving, right? How does a rock star without him look? That's what I'm more interested in.
I mean, I'm insanely excited to see what they can do in a GTA world post Red Dead 2 when it comes to detail and all the little things you can do in the worlds in a GTA setting is exciting. I'm also one, and I've been on record where I'd much rather this just be a surprise thing at the Game Awards instead of announcing that we'll see it early December.
Yeah, because like it's happening.
Like, just drop it and let us all freak out on stream instead of, okay, now we have a month of just like, okay,
we all
which
know.
which is smart on them of like, when's it gonna drop? What are we gonna see? What's it gonna look like? No, I just rather see it when everyone sees it for the first time or knows about it.
Which I do love the memes that are going around, the Succession meme of like Jeff Keighley begging for like the GTA 5 meme. It's like, I need this. You don't understand. If I can't get this, I'm gonna die. Like, so true. Yeah, I'm there with you. I'm like, I just need to see the trailer.
Yeah.
This is where this is how much excited I am for it.
Am I going to enjoy the playable characters as much as I did 5?
Yes. Yeah. That's it.
That's all I care about.
Mm-hmm. Is there going to be a Trevor-like person that I'm going to cling to? That's it. M9 Prime writes, okay, this is a fun I like this. This is creative. For the GTA 6 trailer, do you think it will be over or under a minute? For GTA 5, the trailer was 1 minute and 1 second, and for GTA 4, it was 1 minute and 3 seconds. If you're guessing for over a minute, make a prediction of how much over a minute the trailer would be. Also, what do you think we will see in this trailer?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me look something up real quick.
Okay, I got my prediction out here.
Go for it.
Right here, ready. I think it is over a minute, and I think it's going to be 1 minute and 33 seconds. I think you're going to see quite a bit, because if this game is rumored to come out in 2024 as it's supposed to, there is a lot of questions. It's been over 10 years. People want those answers. And so you need to set out who these characters are. We need to see the setting, right? Which, I'm hoping is Miami. And you need to fill that with colorful characters that we know Grand Theft Auto to do. So like a wacky guy in a mascot suit, something, you're going to see some rich bloke, an Elon-esque figure talk about stonks, right? Like you're going to get an homage of like someone that's like, slinging conspiracy theories on either side, like something that echoes this world, but then to an extreme. That GTA does really well, and what GTA does focus on the most, which is excess, and capitalism and all that stuff. That's what it's really its major undertones are. So like, show us that. Show us the greed is good. God, what's it?
So I was looking up how long the Red Dead 2 trailer was when we first saw it.
Okay.
That trailer was 1 minute 9 seconds.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go pretty close to that. I'm gonna say a minute 11.
Okay.
And as far as what I want to see, I just want to see if it is Miami, how different it will look. Because maybe that's another reason why I'm like not super hyped, as hyped as I think most people are. We've been to Miami in games. We've been to New York in games. We've been in LA for games. I'd much rather have another setting. I don't know what that setting would be, but as looking back, as primitive as Vice City map is looking back, as that being Miami, it's still pretty cool.
Yeah. It's been a while. See, here's the thing. It's been a while.
Fair.
And I think like if you give us Miami and then you give us like this distorted like Disney World or Universal Studio, like you give us like the
that's
fair.
How
every game has that like outskirt thing. Like I want to be in a swamp. I need to find.
Oh, you know what? You're totally right. What am I talking about? Yeah, no, that is exciting.
You don't want to see a next gen Florida man.
No, I do now. I completely forgot about it.
Yeah,
I want to see the crazy Florida people that we read about in the news in this game.
Exactly.
So this makes my hype's going up a little bit more now. I was gonna say outside of that, like I would have loved for, like the nightclub setting, right? Like when I think Miami, I think of nightclubs and cocaine. So let's show it off. I don't know.
All right, fair enough. Katie writes in, "Hey guys, hope you're getting lots of rest in preparation for this weekend." I can tell you that's not happening. I'm beating Alan Wake today. So GTA 5
no,
was
you're
the
not.
first... I'm not. I'm going to try. Was the first game that really perfected the mechanic of quickly swapping between characters. So GTA 6, what would you like Rockstar to do next when it comes to introducing and perfecting a game mechanic? As always, I love you guys. Take care and safe travels on your journey to North Carolina. Spending the weekend with you guys will be a great birthday treat.
Happy birthday,
Katie. This is true. Like, we talk about Spider-Man's quick loads, right? And how just mind-boggling they were. But like, let's shout it out for like GTA did something very similar.
It's why when
introduced it,
I talked about it for Spider-Man 2, what I wanted to see is I want them to do what GTA 5 did, where you swap between Spider-Man and they're just organically living in the map somewhere. And you just pop into their shoes and you take control. As far as like taking that further, I don't know.
Can I say something crazy? And
Go
I think
for
it's gonna be real bonkers. Because like the rumor was for a very long time there was multiple cities, right? Like it's not just Miami.
Oh, okay.
What if this is Liberty City and Miami, Vice City, and one character is in New York City, the other character is in Miami, and you're quick swapping between both of those worlds, both those cities.
Let me take one step further, Joe.
Okay, get nuts.
Why don't we just take all of the GTA maps and put a character in each setting? We got a character in Miami. We got a character in Liberty City. We got a character in Los Santos again. And we're hopping between them, and then they all come together at the end for a big heist or whatever it is. That's the other thing. Are we heisting in this game too? That's
true.
What's the... Are we selling Bitcoin and NFTs? Like, what's going on?
You're right. I would like to see that.
And what does multiplayer look like too?
Yeah.
I assume it's going to be a new multiplayer suite with GTA 6.
Yeah. And how do you offload the people from GTA Online into this new GTA Online?
Yeah.
Yeah. I do think if there's anything that this game I would like to see is I think there's going to be more of a thing on role playing. Because I know that's big on GTA. I know they hired a bunch of modelers for it. I think role play, like the actual RP of it, is going to be bigger in this game. Okay, Kyle. This comes from Stingray X. They write, describe your ideal GTA 6 map.
I want GTA overseas in Europe somewhere. I know. Don't yell at me. I know the original games are set in London. I get that.
London.
Yeah. I would love to see Rockstar do that, or like the level of detail of GTA 5 and Red Dead 2, and put it in a European setting, whether that is Rome, whether that is just all of Italy, or do the Autobahn stretch, right? Like, do something along like Munich, something in Germany, something cool that we haven't experienced, and it's like new. That's kind of what I want.
Yeah, and and that's why I think Vice City is pretty perfect, because we only saw like the strip of Vice City, like it's not that huge.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Think about this, the landscape of it, and that's why for me, you got me thinking about like the Forza Horizon series, right? Like the quick zipping and zopping there. I would love to see a much bigger map, much like thought of map of like this is what a Rockstar, open world game is, and I think that's what they're the best at. Like, say what you will about Red Dead Redemption 2. A lot of people think it's a masterpiece. I'm the only person that thinks it isn't. But like that open world is incredible. I want to see that level of detail in a map like that is comparable. I want to see what that's going to be. Like, how does this world feel? Maybe even more interactive than previous.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Ghetto Barry writes in, how many PlayStation console life cycles do you think this game will be re-released on? As always, take care and keep the great podcast. A great question, Ghetto Barry.
All right, so we got PS5 locked.
PS6 guaranteed.
PS6. I'll throw out there will be a VR version, but not VR 2.
It's gonna be what's the like the new guy, right? Ask like VR headset you put on in your own GTA in PlayStation 7.
Yeah. The Google Glass equivalent.
Oh God, yeah. Drellish writes, okay, so in what way can Rockstar guarantee success? Will we enjoy a taste of something that resembles a live service game? Also, will the tonality change compared to GTA 5? Yeah, I know you're going to correct me on that word. Now that we've moved on 10 years since it's released, what are you personally hoping to see? No, Joe, not another hot coffee patch, please. Love you guys. Too bad you're seeing it full frontal.
And I'm not going to correct you. You nailed it. Tonality. Good job.
Tonality. Yes, I got it. No, I think the tone of GTA is really important. Again, it's about excess. It's about like American capitalism. You know, so I
making fun of us.
Yeah. All it's got to do is, and I know it sounds easy, but it's a huge task, is it's got to live up to the expectations of Grand Theft Auto community. And what that means, I can't tell you because I'm not part of that community, but that's what it has to reach. Again, one of the minds that have been at that company since its inception is gone. And we, you know, again, we've talked a lot about like one person doesn't make a company, but when they're that intrinsically tied, when there are like Kojima-esque, like our names are in the credits 100 times, I want to see how they match that, you know?
Fair.
Okay, fair enough. All right, last question for GTA, I promise. Huaguan, Kyle and Joe.
Oh.
Well, hello, sir. Hello. Fancy that. With the trailer for the new GTA just down the road, assuming GTA is a current gen only, does Rockstar and Grand Theft Auto name have the power to convince the common folk to upgrade to the current gen, and doing so signal to all developers and publishers that we no longer need to develop for previous gen consoles? Can they be the ones to put the final nail in the coffin? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's going to be. I don't see this game being a PS4 game.
No. As you can tell, GTA 5 has been around for a decade.
Yeah.
Sold crazy numbers. It's everywhere. If people find out the next GTA is only on next gen, they're 1,000% upgrading.
1,000%. 1,000%.
It's not even a question. There'll be lines out the door.
Yeah. The more important question is, does PlayStation have the marketing rights to GTA?
That is, they're pretty friendly, PlayStation and Rockstar. Friendly. Remember when, was it the first PlayStation showcase? It opened with the GTA 5 trailer coming to PS5.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Do I remember that? So, to me, I think GTA, whoever has a marketing deal for that one, you done did the thing. And I think PlayStation probably has pressure to have that marketing behind it for sure. All right, Kyle. It's now time for the Game Awards announces its nominees. This comes from a tweet from the Game Awards. Monday, the Game Award nominee will be revealed Monday, November 13th, 9 a.m. PT time, noon ET time. Join Jeff for the global live stream of nominees for more than over 30 categories will be revealed.
We'll be on the train.
Yeah, we will be on the train. So we won't be reacting to this live.
Nope, but we'll be reacting on the Amtrak as it's happening live.
Yeah, well, it kind of like Silcanic writes, hey guys, with the Game Award nominees announcement for next Monday, will you do a live react or just a dedicated segment on next week's episode? Can't wait to catch you guys this weekend for Extra Life. I'll do what I can to get Joe that tattoo. Again, $2,000 gets you another one.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Face tattoo though. Get the hunter's mark right here on your cheek.
Yeah, it's a teardrop. No.
Or a bunch of blood echoes.
Let's not get nuts.
Fear the old blood across your forehead.
Oh, like on the brow.
Oh,
it's like fear the old and then blood.
Yes, I'm all in.
Yeah. Oh God. Kyle.
Joe.
This is a big one, right?
Yep.
This year's been nuts. It's time to predict Jeff's Game of the Year nominees.
Mm-hmm.
He has 6 of them, usually each and every year. Does it stay
Did he
that way?
confirm? Okay, I was about to say, did he confirm it's only 6 yet or not? I'm gonna say this is the year he's gonna bump it up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe 7, maybe 8. Just because
it's got to be an even number.
Yeah, so I would say he bumps it up to 8 because it's been a stacked year.
Stacked. And you think you want more and more of those communities to come
to
on
get
in
more
and
eyes on
out.
the Game Awards and fight hard to get their game recognized as the game of what is a fantastic year for games on the consumer side, I would say.
Yeah.
Do you want me to predict them right now?
Predict them right now. Go for it.
Spider-Man 2.
Okay. All
right. Alan Wake 2.
Alan Wake 2. Okay.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate 3. Okay.
Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
Zelda. Okay.
A Street Fighter 6.
Oh, Street Fighter's getting on there, you think? Okay.
A Final Fantasy 16.
Final Fantasy 16 gets up there, you think?
Mm-hmm,
okay.
Mm-hmm. A Sea of Stars.
Sea of Stars, okay.
That's
Jeff
7.
Likes to put an indie in there.
Exactly. That's why I'm only picking one, because Jeff only picks one.
True.
And then number 8. I know there's one that I'm forgetting. Another big... Oh, Resident Evil 4. Those are my 8.
Ooh, okay.
Which is stacked.
Because I think personally...
Oh, and Starfield could also be in that conversation too. I just don't know which one I would take out personally.
Listen, let's not get the Xbox people's hopes
I
up,
don't care.
They already hate Jeff as is. I don't want to give them hope, rip the rug from under them, and then Jeff gets death threats about his soft hands and supple face. All right, Kyle.
Said by Joe, a.k.a. Mr. Badman, just in case.
Yep, just in case I said it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, ready?
Yep.
I think it's going to look similar. I think we're going to see a Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to see an Alan Wake too.
Mm-hmm.
I think Baldur's Gate's in there. Oh, yeah, it's in there. And I think Zelda's there as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think Diablo 4 is in there.
Okay.
Let's give it to Diablo because, yes, it had a rough season 1, but like that launch was humongous.
Okay.
So let's give it to them. And I would say for the 6th one, Resident Evil 2 remake.
4.
Sorry, 4. What did I say?
2.
It smells like toast in this room, right?
I'm not with you. I don't know.
You're not? All right. Well, I'm gonna go to the hospital. Kyle, that's what I'm thinking.
So you're thinking 6. He bumps it up by 1.
6. Yeah, and there's no indies this year.
Ooh.
No indies. No indie love.
Oh,
sorry,
boy.
Kyle.
That's fine.
And the reason why I just don't think Sea of Stars got the eyes on it that like other big titles did in terms of like coverage. And I think that's what Jeff's going for. Like Cocoon's a fantastic game, but like
I will say just because it didn't get coverage, we didn't get blasted over the face with coverage as we did some of the bigger games. Most every major outlet who vote on the Game of the Year stuff loves Sea of Stars.
True.
So
all right,
I don't know.
Fair enough.
We'll see.
Fair enough.
I gotta finish that game.
Oh, I'm actually I have it on the Switch. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, okay.
I'm playing it on the Swatch.
The Swatch.
So, there you go. Hey Kyle, when could people like maybe check out what we're doing? Are we doing anything this
I don't know. Maybe next week we'll find out more. Mm-hmm.
Maybe next week? Maybe on Wednesday night, 8 p.m.?
Sure.
Stay tuned.
Could be.
For a rebrand of sorts?
No.
Crazy ideas being thrown at the wall?
No.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Go check it out. Kyle, it's time. It's time for some flash news. Gotta run. Gotta go fast. Guys, gotta go say goodnight to those kids.
I also need to go get those sneaks.
Right. Really gotta go fast. Sorry. All right, so let's skip ahead here. Sony's India Hero Project will be revealed new PlayStation 5 games next year. The first batch of PlayStation 5 games to be developed with the help of Sony's new India Hero Project will be announced between February and April of next year. It's been confirmed. Speaking during the India Game Developer Conference, Sony's head of third-party division, Hector Fernandez, and lead program manager, Swanth Sukuman and I'm sorry I butchered your name, said that the team has been playing demos and accepting proposals and will be ready to confirm the first set of titles for the Indian developers for the first half of 2024. Now, if you don't know, this comes off the success of the China Hero project, which gave rise to PS5 and PS4 titles like Fist, Forge of the Shadow Torch, which is great. Game. Anno
Mutationum.
Great.
6-1 Indie Showcase alum.
Great. And the upcoming Lost Soul Aside, providing for financial support. Sony equips Indian studios with mentoring, training, and marketing advice to capture the worldwide audience. Kyle, this is just great news.
It's great.
I love seeing this.
I love it.
Yeah. This is awesome for like Sony to go out there and grow emerging markets and to put their foot stamp on those markets so that people come to them and know them. I think this is a great look for them.
Yeah, people like to clamber for new ideas in games. This is how you get it. Yep. It's allowing other teams outside to be able to grow and build what they want to make, and we get really cool, interesting, creative stuff. So yeah, I'm all for this. I'm excited. All
right, Kyle, are you ready for this one?
I guess so.
Shut your dumb mouth. New Mass Effect game teases released on N7 day. Oh my God, Kyle. Oh my God. God has a plan for all of his flock. This got me ridiculously hyped. It's just a person walking down a hallway and they turn around and they go, stop.
It's cool. I love Mass Effect. I can't wait to play it in 18 years. Yeah. I don't know.
This isn't even the next.
No, it's not. There's a Dragon Age.
Yeah.
We
hope that's coming out next year.
I know. It is good to know that they've did a little something extra on N7 Day. Usually it's not like this.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll see you in 18,000 years. I don't know.
Yeah. And then we'll be complaining about it in 3 years. You saw this teaser.
Yeah.
I get it. All right, PlayStation 5 redesign is out. Guess what? It's not that small, and it's using the same 6-nanometer chip as the last PlayStation 5 redesign. Oh, there's a neat trailer.
Cool.
It looks good. I'm gonna die on this hill. It looks fine. It looks honestly, it looks better than the first console. I get it. The disk drive situation's dumb.
Yeah,
but it's still nice looking.
I don't know. I don't like the racing stripe.
All right. Well, obviously.
I like the flaps be flapping, Joe.
Oof. All right. Well,
is this the same trailer where
That's really grotesque. I'm sorry.
Is this the same trailer where they have like the live action versions of characters and like this is where you play the best experience, whatever? That's a good trailer. It's a good trailer.
Yeah. And it's like the pulse sign as well. It's like, well, this is like games that give you life, and she's shooting a big giant ratchet gun. She's petting a wolf.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Nice. It's nice. Again, don't mind the redesign. Sorry. Hey, Kyle, listen, we're getting closer to Black Friday, and let me tell you something. There's a lot of PlayStation deals out there. For example, you know those cool DualSense controllers that we just got, the blue and the red? Yeah, they're already $25 off. Maybe you shouldn't show them off. Yeah, exactly. DualSense controllers are down to $49.99. Save $25 on that Amazon. The PlayStation 5 bundle for $499. This is just the simple white. Is $499 hairs, and then we got a whole bunch of stuff. So, like for example, the Fires of Rubicon is $50. Street Fighter 6, $44.99. Mortal Kombat, $55. Elden Ring, Game of the Year last year, $40. Look at that. Final Fantasy 16, $55. $56. Sorry. All that and so much more. Kyle, anything you're going to be looking to get on Black Friday this year?
I'm pretty set. No? Like I think I said last week, I'm all in on Blu-rays since they're going away.
I think I'm gonna do what I did last or what I said I was gonna do last week. Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and then the Metal Gear Collection as the free game, because there's a buy two get one free. And then I'm really debating about getting a fighting stick and being a fighting stick boy. and being real sweaty about it.
Joe.
Yeah.
Stop it. You're gonna use it for a day and then never use it again.
I'm gonna be sweaty.
Okay, be sweaty.
You know? Remember the good old days where you used the on the arcade?
Oh yeah, the clickety clack.
Yeah.
I don't know what machine you've played that makes those noises.
A Sapien, but you're right. Let's try to keep it PG-13. Kyle, here's a little segment, and I truly want your thoughts and your questions here.
Yeah.
Our favorite segment, what you've been playing.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've been playing Alan Wake 2, and it's incredible.
Can't wait to finish it after I get back from Extra Life.
But I've been playing a game called Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. There's been a lot of controversy about this game. A lot of scores that are all over the place about this game. Kyle, do you want to hear my thoughts on this game?
I mean, for the sake of the show, sure, but personally, I don't care. I don't have a stake in it.
Fair enough. So I'm going to go vamp. I'm going to take your questions about Call of Duty. Let's go. Let's rip. First off, code provided by Activision. This game is the MSRP price of $69.99 here in the US. And I've been a big fan of this series. I think the rebooted Call of Duty is the best that Call of Duty's ever been, frankly. Not just of that series, but just ever. I think Modern Warfare 1 and 2 are great games, and they're the best at doing what Call of Duty does, which gives you this huge bombastic blockbuster, showcase every level. And the last game played with some really cool ideas, like they put like survival horror elements in one level, and then the next is like a Uncharted-esque like car chase where you're jumping from rooftop to rooftop of moving vehicles. It's just a fun time. And Modern Warfare 3 comes out, and there's a lot of people saying that this is just piled together, that this is just DLC, this is just filler content because Call of Duty was going to miss a year. And I didn't want to be one of those people to say those complaints are absolutely sound, because they sound very stoking some type of flame. But that's exactly what this game is. I hate
the trophy list is tied to the other game on PS4, correct?
It's on PS5. It's literally
on PS5, yeah.
Part of the DLC pack, so it doesn't even have its own platinum on PS5, which cause for concern. They have something called like open Warzone map or whatever, open area map. It's just their way of saying we took maps from Warzone and the big team battle modes, and we made them missions in this Call of Duty game, where Call of Duty is usually super linear because it's holding your hand to show you really cool things. Where now it's like, hey, just drop in like you would in Warzone, and you get to play any which way you want. And to me, there's a balance between reusing assets in a smart way, like, how many times is Kratos going to get into a boat differently? And then there are reusing entire levels in prior games to go and say, hey, this is now a single player level. And when you do things like that, what ends up happening is you're morphing something that had a meaning, like a multiplayer map. It's balanced between two teams on a separate side. Now there's not really a smart way to place AI that makes sense because they're sporadic and they're kind of everywhere. So you kind of quickly learn where they spawn, at least in certain levels, and you just kind of take advantage of it. The open maps don't lead to anything special. They're just marketing speak for saying we just reused entire levels to make this come out this year. The story itself, man, you have a terrific villain in Makarov, and he is absolutely wasted in a story that is just, again, it doesn't feel substantial, and that's the bummer, because like there are great moments. There's definitely some great moments that I don't want to spoil here, and Makarov does do a great job of showing how much of a presence he is, but like the overarching story just doesn't feel that it meets that level. So unfortunately for me, I just think the rehashing of levels, the story just not being there, And just the overall feeling of this, it feels like I'm playing Modern Warfare 2 in terms of like its mechanics and even just some of the ways that it streams out special weapons in the field. They're legitimately using Warzone crates, Warzone like functionality of like you're putting battle armor on, right? Like you found this like neat like rare weapon that you would find in Warzone. It just feels like it's cobbled together from ideas that are kind of cost effective rather than actually taking a risk. Even when there are levels that are much more linear, I don't have a problem with you going back to Verdansk, right, with the gulag in Warzone, if it's gonna feel substantial. Like it's not gonna just be, hey, here's the gulag. If they kind of worked from it from the ground up, so you're not just revisiting a highlight reel, but you're going through a level with linear meaning. You don't do that. None of what you do in the game feels bombastic. There's not a level where I was just like, oh, this is all like this is the sniper level that I've always wanted. It's like, here's a sniper level, but it's super watered down and you could cheese it really easily. And that's the major problem with these open levels is the ability to cheese and to just get to a location and then it just ends. It's like, okay, you did all the objectives. Bye. And it's like, that's the end of the level. There's nothing. All right. It just feels incredibly safe and underwhelming in terms of the story. So I can't recommend this for $70. Not to mention I was on the last level, Kyle. It's on the last level. And then the game I just took a break to hang out with the new pup. I come back, they're like, there's an update. I'm like, okay, cool. Wipes all my saves. Ouch. And I'm like, so I got to do this 4 hour, and it rightfully is about a 4.5 hour playing on veteran story that I'm not interested in. Like, it's just like, it's great characters just doing like less meaningful things, it feels. I don't know, man. This one I can't recommend at the $70, and it's a goddamn shame because it definitely feels like this is a great story if this was like DLC. If this is part of the season pass, and yeah, it's a bummer for sure. Any other questions, sir, or is that my TED talk?
No, you nailed it.
All right, fair enough. There you go. I got problems with this game. Kyle, anything you've been playing this week?
Just a little bit more Alan Wake. Needed some comfort food and MLB The Show, but nothing crazy.
All right, fair enough. Yeah. Hey, Kyle, are you holding on to something by any chance?
A bouncy ball.
Ooh-wee. Well, I'm holding on to that special cobalt blue controller. Look at this. It's time to prepare the drop. Here are the latest steals and deals coming to the PlayStation Store. Now, here's the thing. This is coming from PlayStation Lifestyle. Shout out to the list, y'all. Thank you so much. Yeah. 30 sports games.
I will just say, I don't know if this is entirely accurate because I just took one off that was delayed.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Take that for what you will.
The list that we got. Yep. The list that we have, we got to make do with it. 30 sports games in one, November 6th. Football Manager 2024, November 6th. So much stuff. November 6th. The Invincible on November 6th. Kill It With Fire VR, November 7th. Let's Sing 2024 on November 7th. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. I'm hearing good things about November 7th. Pool Pro 2022 on November 7th. Popcorn Rocket, November 7th. Spellforce Conquest of EO on November 7th. The Forest Cathedral on November 7th. Tintin Reporter Cigars of the Pharaoh on November 7th. They literally came out and said this game is not finished. So you might want to hold on the game. Excessive Tim on November 8th. Gunhead, November 8th. Barbaria on November 9th. Bem Fito on November 9th. Berserk Recharge on November 9th. Devil Engine. Complete Edition, November 9th. Dungeons 4, November 9th. Electrician Simulator, where now we're really just, all right. November 9th. Like a Dragon Gaiden, The Man Who Erased His Name. Goddamn, that's the best title this year, November 9th. Spells and Secrets on November 9th. While the Iron's Hot on November 9th. Wild Shade Unicorn Champions on November 9th. Air Twister, November 10th. Burning Secrets, the Barbara visual novel on November 10th. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, November 10th. Front Ball Planet on November 10th. And Grace Latoe on November 10th. Those are all the games coming this week. Ooh wee, Kyle.
Ooh wee.
Now it is about time for our favorite segment of the night and the last segment. That is the Sony Pony Express.
Yeehaw!
Take it away, Kyle.
Ghetto Barry writes in, okay, I'm cheating here. Too many questions regarding GTA, so I'll ask another.
Yes.
Taxi Life is yet another sim-type game soon to be released on PS5. You're a taxi driver driving around a perfectly recreated Barcelona. With all these infinite ideas of what the next simulator game can be, what simulator would you guys like to see next? I'm thinking Supermarket Shelf Stacker Pro, a sim where you stack shelves, push trolleys, and going into the back to find a product for a customer, but instead you're just popping off to the loo, then coming back saying the product is out of stock. Honestly, I'd be better at this game than my same actual real life job. Anyways, take care, love you guys, and clean up on aisle other gaming podcasts. Oh, and safe travels. Thanks, Ghetto Barry.
Honest to God, that sounds great, and I would play that game.
Listen, after Power Washer, I mean, I'd play any sim. Yeah.
Can I tell you one?
Go for it.
Retail store simulator. Relive your PTSD of Black Friday.
Okay, that is what I will not do.
Fair enough.
No.
Is there a simulator that you would like to play? Think about it. Got Power Wash, Electrician Simulator, so you can't take that.
Nah.
What about Plumber Simulator?
Nope.
Taking up big dookies in the toilet.
Nope.
All right.
I don't know. Yeah. Maybe a zookeeper simulator, not like building the zoo out, but actually doing the tasks of a zookeeper throughout the day. I have to feed the animals and stuff on time and whatnot.
Feed the goats.
Yeah, I'd do that.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, that seems nice. Yeah. What else? What about the people that like crane workers? Like
no.
That's an insane job in VR.
Nope.
All right.
I'd be terrible. I'd be fired.
So many people are dying.
Solo writes in, the GTA games got me to love the tunes to jam to while running around. What is y'all's favorite genre of music and would be your go-to music playlist for the missions?
Ooh. Kyle, I love metal.
Yep.
Any type, metalcore, all of it, right?
Yep.
I also like pop.
Yep.
Love pop.
Mm-hmm.
I just, Dua Lipa, listen, she's not just gorgeous. I like her jams.
Mm-hmm.
Miley Cyrus, she's got a beautiful voice. I'm saying this like legitimately.
No, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
When it comes to music, I'm getting there and learning like newer bands and whatnot. But I will listen to anything that isn't country. Just country is just not my jam.
Yeah, it's garbage.
But like you, my Spotify playlist ranges from like a Little Mix, which is a British pop girl group, to like metal, to pop punk, to regular punk, to alternative, like all over the place. I have POD on my
Oh, you got Pod?
Yeah, I got Pod on my playlist. They have a new song, by the way. No, Nickelback, I don't mind in spades. Like, it's fine.
I like the whole new thing with Nickelback. It's like people secretly love their jam. Like they're like, oh yeah, I hate it, and then like all the words.
Come on, yeah, of course. Yuna writes in, hey guys, hope you both are doing well. So I finished the first Ace Attorney this weekend and started its sequel, Justice for All, which leads me into my question for the week. When is the time that you were binging a series of games and wish that there was a skip button to accommodate knowing what to do? Usually the first cases in Ace Attorney games are set up as a tutorial for the game's core mechanic. But with the trilogy being 3 games, and they all are very similar, some of those tutorial cases can seem just meh if binging it. So I throw the ball over to you guys. What set of games do you wish you could skip the tutorial if playing them back to back?
Shout out to From Software because you could skip their tutorials. Mm-hmm. That's what I love. Like Elden Ring's like, you could do this tutorial, we'll give you a little emote, but you don't have to do it again. Like, I love that about them. Yeah. So I don't get this a lot because I don't really like play games back to back to back. So I'm usually like, oh yeah, let me get reacquainted with like Assassin's Creed. So I don't actually have this problem.
Yeah.
What about you?
Nah, I don't either.
All right.
I'm trying to think of a way of a time that like sports games give you the option to skip it, and in most cases they'll read a save from an older game, be like, hey, this is what you've already played. Would you like to bring over your settings over? So you're all ready to go. I'm trying to think when I did God of War so close to each other. That didn't seem too bad. Yeah, I just don't run into it too often, but I definitely think there should be an option to skip those kind of things just because. Also in chat, yes, Captain Logan, there is a PC Maker Simulator. I'm not ignoring you. I have to pee real bad, and I also have things I gotta do.
All right, then you know what?
We got these last two. We got the last two. We can do last two. Cowboy Danger D, question for the Sony Pony Express. Yeehaw. Which enemies are more clueless, the enemies in Spider-Man or the enemies in Assassin's Creed? As always, keep up the amazing work. Love you guys. Safe travels in China. You side up. It is 1000% the enemies in Spider-Man. It's not even close.
It's not even close. You're telling me no one has peripheral vision.
That sniper can clearly see people hanging from a spider web.
Right. Like, you're trained a sniper.
Yeah.
Especially like one of Craven's guys, your specialty is sniper. You can read the goddamn wind, but you can't notice a guy in red spandex swinging through the air. Are you out of your mind?
And also the noise that is happening, like.
Okay, the stealth levels I love so much. There's robotic enemies somewhere. I won't say what, but when you stealth kill them, you make a ton of noise.
You sure do.
And it's like, if I hear like a loud thud, I go downstairs. You're 6 feet away.
And also, we're in the timeline where Spider-Man is a well-known hero.
Yeah.
Right? You've seen what happens to some of the enemies when they run into Spidey. They're usually webbed up somewhere high in the air. So when you hear your cohort, your bad enemy coworker yell, "Oh my god!" Ah! And then you don't think to look up. You don't think to look anywhere around.
Come on.
I don't know.
Also, like, honest to God, if I were to suddenly get yanked in the air, I'm saying this, I'm screeching.
I'm also shitting my pants. There'll be shit on the floor. Like, I will leave a trace.
Yeah, there's no way, dude. Yeah, there's. No. And like, listen, Assassin's Creed, it's like, I get, it's like, dude, you just yoked a guy.
My favorite. Well, it's not even just that. My favorite in Mirage is just pickpocketing people.
Yeah.
And clearly you are running into them and shouldering them into, and then you walk away and then you hear, "Oh my God, my purse is gone. Who did it? Oh, I don't know. Could it be the person sprinting away down an alley? I don't know, bumping into other people? I don't know. Follow the chain of events. Check out the random bales of hay around the city. Yeah. I don't know. It's weird."
Also, like, there are times that, like, in superhero, just anything, like, for example, Spider-Man, I'm like, this is how I know I'm getting old. I know you gotta go, but I really want to tell this. This is how I know I'm getting old, okay? I know I'm a 32-year-old man when I yank a guy and I just, like, either I spin him up and I give him like a roundhouse kick to the face into a wall. I'm like, that guy's health insurance must be premium plus, because that guy is gonna have no wonder why he's going for a life of crime.
Yeah,
he's got a collarbone injury. He's still paying off from 2013.
Exactly. Yeah, dude. Oh yeah. No, they're all real bad. Green Gorilla Gamer writes in, "I'm wondering how you feel about Epic bringing back OG Fortnite. I played last night. Holy crap, that might be the most boring thing I've ever played. There wasn't a lot of weapons. The map was really boring and bland, and they removed basically every feature that made it fun for me. Even swimming is gone, and now you're just ankle deep in the middle of a lake, which makes about as much sense as symbolic platinums. You think they just said F it, let's profit off people's nostalgia and not have to do any work for it? Just remove basically everything and reuse some old assets? Hope you guys are having a good week. Sorry to hear about your pup, Joe. Your new furry little friend is very cute. I'm supposed to be getting an email today if I got accepted to purchase Taylor Swift tickets tomorrow. Y'all, please pray."
Yes,
man, she's just taking over the world. It's wild. She really is.
I'd vote for her.
Absolutely.
Kyle, I would honestly, I want to bring the puppers in, but we don't have a lot of time, and she's gonna yip and yap. But thank you for the kind sentiment. I know you're not a Fortnite guy. You haven't tried the OG stuff.
No, but I will say I don't think they're lazy for it.
Yeah. I think it's actually similar to Call of Duty. First off, 44 million people coming in, the highest number they've ever seen. Goes to show that like people yearn for it. As much as like some people were like overly negative, like just do this because it's like, nah, I kind of want to go to the old maps. Now that I've been to the old maps, I'm like, I want to go back to the new map. The new, but now it's old map. Because it's similar. It's like, oh yeah, this is nostalgic, but only for a few rounds. Now it's like, I need the new maps that are made for like no build mode. This is very much a lot of wide open spaces because they expected you back in the day to build, you know, the goddamn, I don't know, Eiffel Tower. And now it's like you could build the Eiffel Tower, but there's ways to mitigate it. So, you know, to me, yeah, the map definitely needs work, especially if you play no build like me. But it's the similar situation of a Call of Duty where it's like, hey, listen, we need more time to make the new map because we just fired a bunch of people. So we need to make this new map. It's going to take us a month extra time. Can we just throw the old map in and give us, you know, a lame battle pass that lasts a month and a half? And, you know, will that hold us over? And it seems like that is absolutely the case. So this is another thing of like, we couldn't meet a deadline. Can we make this work if we throw nostalgia at the wall? And it shows that, yeah, it absolutely can and absolutely will. That said, Kyle, listen, I know we went over your time a little bit. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. I can't wait to game with you. Extra Life. Ooh, is there anything you'd like to spotlight?
Sure, yeah. I'm just going to spotlight the Extra Life weekend. Head over to youtube.com/61indie or twitch.tv/61indie. That is where you will find us streaming. Starts this Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern time. And we already unlocked Joe getting a tattoo, as well as I think Mike and I are going to try to tackle Liza P New Game Plus, or at least part of it. There's a lot of other donation incentives as well, like Joe mentioned. $20 will get you an entry into the PS5. If you just donate, I think it's $3 or $5, you get to adopt a balloon, and we'll blow a balloon up. We'll write your name on it, and you'll be part of the show. Try to fill our room up with balloons. It'll be chaos, pure chaos at like 4 in the morning when we have to go pee and we pop balloons. Yeah. It's gonna be wild.
I'm gonna be the serial killer that pops balloons.
Oh God!
I'm not gonna know who's doing it. It's
me. You just said it, so you know, whatever. So yeah, just go check all that out.
Manifesto.
If you can't come hang out, just retweet the donation links or share it around when you see them. And yeah, we love you very much. Appreciate you.
Yep. Yeah. Shout out to Extra Life again, doing that this Saturday. Links in the description, link in chat for the live viewers. Really does go to a great cause for kids in need. So yeah, please go ahead, do those things. And again, a donation $5 or more gets you an extra shout out on next week's show. So go do that for a great cause. Of course, you can find this show over at PS Trophy Room on Twitter. You can find me over at Mr. Badbit on Twitter. You can find Kyle at Mr. K-Step on Twitter. You can find this show at PS Trophy Room on YouTube, youtube.com/@PS Trophy Room. And you can find the Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast, on any podcast service of choice, whether that's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Rate us 5 stars. It really does help us out. Keeps this show going. I mean it wholeheartedly. Of course, Patreon, but really I want to focus this week on Extra Life. Extra Life. Link in the description. So with all that said, with all that out of the way, everybody, keep your wits about you. Keep hunting. Keep playing PlayStation. See y'all.
Love you.